Hello everyone and welcome back to our channel AglaSem School. So today in this video we are going to discuss about NCERT solutions for class 10th, and the subject which we are covering in this video is social science, and the part which we are doing is history. So we are covering history part from the subject social science. So let's start with the very first chapter, that is Rise of Nationalism in Europe, and the book which we are doing is India and the Contemporary World second. So let's start with the first exercise, page number 28. So move your book to page number 28, and here question number 1 says write in brief. So here question number 1 is write a short note on, the first part is A. Giuseppe Mazzini. So the answer for the same is during the 1830s, Giuseppe Mazzini had sought to put together a coherent program for the unitary Italian Republic. He had also formed a secret society called Young Italy for the dissemination of his goals. Let's come to the B, that is Count Camillo de Cavour. So the answer for the same is led the movement to unify Italy. He was neither a revolutionary nor the democratic. 3 is through a tactful diplomatic alliance engineered by Cavour, Sardani Piedmont succeeded in defeating the Austrian forces in 1859. So let's come to C part from the same question, that is question number 1. So C is the Greek War of Independence. So the answer for the same is Greece had been part of the Ottoman Empire since the 15th century. The growth of revolutionary nationalism in Europe sparked off a struggle for independence among the Greeks, which began in 1821. Second part is poets and artists lauded Greece as a cradle of European civilization and mobilized public opinion to support its struggle against a Muslim empire. Third point is nationalists in Greece got support from the Greek living in exile and also from many West Europeans who had sympathizes for ancient Greek culture. The fourth point is finally the Treaty of Constantinople of 1832 recognized Greece as an independent nation. So now let's come to D part from the same question, question number 1. D part is Frankfurt Parliament. So the answer is first point, it was an all German national assembly formed by middle class professionals, businessmen and prosperous artisans belonging to different German regions. Second point is it was convened on 18th May 1848. Third point is it was disbanded on 31st May 1849 as it lost support. So the E point is the role of women in nationalist struggles. So the answer is women of the liberal middle classes combined their demand for constitutionalism with national unifications. They took advantage of growing popular unrest to push their demand for the creation of nation state on parliamentary principles, a constitution, freedom of a press and freedom of association. Women had formed their own political association, founded newspaper and taken part in political meeting and demonstrations. So now let's come to question number 2 from the same page, page number 28. So question number 2 says what step did the French revolutionaries take to create a sense of collective identity among the French people? So the answer for the same is the ideal of le patrie, the fatherland, and le citoyen, the citizen, emphasized the nation of the united community enjoying equal right under a constitution. Second point is a new French flag, the tricolor, was chosen to replace the former royal standard. Third point is the new hymns were composed, oath taken, and martyrs commemorated, all in the name of the nation. Fourth is the centralized administrative system was put in place and it formulated uniform laws for all citizens within its territories. Fifth is internal custom duties and dues was abolished and a uniform system of weight and measures was adopted. Sixth is regional dialects were discouraged and French as it was spoken and written in Paris became the common language of the nation. Seventh point is the revolutionaries further declared that it was the mission and the destiny of the French nation to liberate the people of Europe from despotism. In other words, to help other people of Europe to become nation. So now let's come to question number 3, which says who were Marine and Germania? What was the importance of the way in which they were portrayed? So the answer is female allegories were invented by the artists in the 19th century to represent the nation. First is Marine, a popular Christian name, underlined the ideas of a people nation. Second is her characteristics were drawn from those of liberty and republic. The red cap, the tricolor, the cockade statue of Marine were erected in public squares to remind the people of the nation symbol of the unity and to persuade them to identity with it. The third point is the image of Marine was marked on a coins and stamps. Germania became the allegory of the German nation. In visual representation, Germania wears a crown of oak leaves as the German oaks stand for heroism. So now let's come to question number 4, which says briefly trace the process of German unification. So the answer for the same is first point, nationalist sentiments were often mobilized by conservatives for promoting state power and achieving political domination over Europe. This can be observed in the process by which Germany and Italy come to unified as nation states. The second point is middle class Germans tried to unite the different regions of German Confederation, but their plans were not materialized due to action of large landowners called Junkers of Prussia. 3 wars over 7 years with Austria, Denmark and France ended in Prussia's victory in Jan 1871. Prussian King William I was proclaimed German Emperor. The third point is importance was given to modernizing the currency, banking, legal and judicial system in Germany. So now let's come to question number 5, which says what changes did Napoleon introduce to make the administrative system more efficient in the territories ruled by him? So the answer for the same is the Civil Code of 1804, usually known as Napoleonic Code, did away with all the privileges based on birth, established equality before the law and secured the right to property. This code was exported to the region under French control. In the Dutch Republic, in Switzerland, in Italy and Germany, Napoleon simplified the administrative division abolished by the feudal system and freed peasants from serfdom and manorial dues. In the town too, guide restrictions were removed, transport and communication system was improved, peasant, artisans, worker and new businessmen enjoyed newfound freedom. Businessmen and small-scale producer of goods in particular begin to realize that uniform law, standardized weight and measures and the common nation currency would facilitate the movement and exchange of good and capital from one region to another. So this is all for question number 5. Let's move to the second, that is discuss from the same page, page number 28. So here question number 1 says explain what is meant by the 1848 revolutions of liberals. What were the political, social and economic ideas supported by liberals? So the answer for the same is in the year 1948, parallel to revolts of the poor, another revolution was happening underway. Led by the educated middle classes, the employed, the starving peasant and the worker in many European countries experienced this revolution of liberal. Event of February 1848 in France had brought about the abdication of the monarch and the republic based on universal male suffrage had been proclaimed. In other part of Europe where independent nation state did not yet exist, such as Germany, Italy, Poland, the Austro-Hungarian Empire, men and women of liberal middle classes combined their demand for constitutionalism with national unification. Third is they took advantage of a growing popular unrest to push their demand for the creation of a nation state on parliamentary principles. a constitution, freedom of a press, and freedom of association. The fourth point is the issue of extending political rights of women was controversial one within the liberal movement, in which large number of women had participated actively over the year. Women had formed their own political associations, founded newspapers, and had taken part in political meetings and demonstrations. So now let's move on to question number 2, that is choose 3 examples to show the contribution of culture to the growth of national in Europe. So the question 2 is choose 3 examples to show the contribution of culture to the growth of nationalism in Europe. So the first is language. Language played a very important role after the Russian occupation. The Polish language was forced out of school and the Russian language was imposed everywhere. The clergy in Poland began using language as a weapon of national resistance. Polish was used for church gatherings and all religious instructions. The use of Polish came to be seen as a symbol of struggle against Russian dominance. Second point is Romanticism. It was a cultural movement which sought to develop a particular form of nationalist sentiments. Romanticism artists and poets generally criticized the glorification of reason and science and focused instead on emotions, institution and mystics feelings. They tried to portray a common culture past as a basic of nation. So this is all for the second part. Let's come to third, that is folk poetry, folk dance, folk song. The true spirit of nation was popularized through the above means, so collecting and recording these forms of folk culture was an essential part of national building. So now let's come to question number 3, that is through a focus on any two countries, explain how nations developed over the 19th century. So the answer for the same is focus countries Germany and Italy. So let's start with Germany. First point is nationalist sentiments were often mobilized by conservatives for promoting state power and achieving political domination over Europe. This can be observed in the process by which Germany and Italy came to be unified as national nation states. Second point is middle class Germans tried to unite the different regions of German Confederation, but their plans were not materialized due to action of the large landowners called the Junkers of Prussia. 3 wars over 7 years with Austria, Denmark and France ended in Prussian victory in January 1871. The Prussian King William I proclaimed German Emperor. Importance was given to modernizing the currency, banking, legal and judicial system in Germany. So now let's come to Italy. That is first point, during the 1830s Mazzini sought to unify Italy. He had formed a secret society called Young Italy and it was failed. Hence the responsibility fell on Sardinia, Piedmont under its ruler King Victor Emmanuel II to unify Italian state through war. Second point is Austrian forces were defeated in 1859. Apart from Sardinia, Piedmont, a large number of volunteers had joined the cause under the leadership of Giuseppe Garibaldi in 1860. They marched to South Italy and managed to defeat Spanish rulers. In 1861, Victor Emmanuel II was proclaimed as the King of Italy. So this is all for question number 3. Now moving to the next question, that is question number 4, which says how was the history of nationalism in Britain unlike the rest of Europe? So the answer for the same is formation of the nation state was not due to sudden upheaval of revolutions. It was the result of long drawn out process. Second part is the primary identities of the people who inhabited the British Isles were ethnic ones such as English, Welsh, Scot or Irish. The Act of Union between England and Scotland resulted in the formation of the United Kingdom of Great Britain. Scottish people were forbidden from speaking their Gaelic language and from wearing their national dress. Many were driven out their homeland. Fourth point is Ireland was forcibly incorporated into the UK in 1801. This was achieved by the English helping the Protestants of Ireland to establish their dominance over Catholics. The fifth point is the symbol of the new Britain, the Britain flag, Union Jack, the national anthem, God Save Our Noble King, and the English language were actively promoted, and the older nations survived only as subordinate partner in this union. So this is all for question number 4. Moving to the next question, that is question number 5, which says, why did nationalist tensions emerge in the Balkans? So the answer is, it was a region of geographical. So the answer was, first point, it was a region of geographical and ethnic variation comprising modern day Romania, Bulgaria, Albania, Greece, Macedonia, Croatia, Bosnia, Slovenia, Serbia, and Montenegro, who were broadly known as slaves. Let's come to second point, that is, a large part was under the control of Ottoman Empire. Gradually, independence was declared from them. Third is, the spread of the ideas of romantic nationalism in the Balkans together with disintegration of the Ottoman Empire made this region very explosive. So this is all for question number 5 and for the video 2. So guys, thank you so much for watching this video till the end. If you like our video, then hit the like button and share this video with your friends to get updated for more NCERT solutions. And the most important thing for the video is that don't forget to subscribe our YouTube channel, that is AglaSem School. We'll see you in the next video. Till then, take care. Bye bye. See you soon.